Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining with me in today's video. And today we are having a very special guest with us. She is an author, an entrepreneur, a writer coach, a writer, and whatnot. So she's Hina Joshi. I will just introduce her, and we are going to have a fun conversation, chit chatty kind of conversation with her. And she is my first client. And I worked and managed her Instagram profile, and that's how we got to know. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hey guys, we have Hina Joshi Srivastava with us right now, and she is an author. She has written and published three books, and her fourth book is going to be launched super soon. And I'm so excited, and I can't wait to read that book. She's a writer coach, she's an entrepreneur, she's a lot of things, and she's my biggest inspiration. I have learned a lot from her personally, and I'm so excited. This is the first interview section we are going to have in our channel, and I'm super excited and feeling so blessed to have her with me. And we are going to have a fun conversation with her. So, thank you so much, Hina. Thank you so much for joining with me and for accepting, for giving your time. Uh, and I would just want to, can you please tell us more about you? Now, I have given the introduction. Now, we would like to know more about you from you. Yeah.
It's first of all a huge honor to be interviewed by you. Whereas you keep on saying that I'm your inspiration, I always feel it is the other way around. So it would always be like we will be always, argumenting on that no, you're my inspiration. So yeah, hello everybody. Thanks for joining in. And I am Hina Joshi Srivastav. I have written three books, as Abhinaya has already mentioned. Super inspired by Abhinaya. In fact, my first stepping stones of Writernaama while establishing this writing academy would not have been possible without her. So, yes, I am a book coach, and it's been 6 months since this academy is into the scene. I have also worked with the Times of India and Hindustan Times, taught English as well. And right now, my fourth book is in the launch phase and would be released by mid October. And that's a non-fiction for writers. So, just doing everything what it takes to get it out with lots of quality and value. And yes, so when Writernaama came, again, I would not be, the dream itself would not have been possible. Like the vision itself started from Abhinaya. So I'm literally not just thankful. I mean, despite being a writer, my words would not do justice, whatever I say for her.
And personally, guys, she's my first client. And she was like an inbound lead. She we will tell you how we met and all that journey. But somewhere I just feel I'm so super blessed to have my first client. We are friends. She's my inspiration. I learn a lot from her, and it's vice versa. It's like that. So that is how it is. And while there are a lot of people, whose first client experience or something is not so good and all, in my case it is just opposite. We are so connected, we just vibe just like that. We started sending a lot of, we write journals, we maintain them, we like to stay productive. There are a lot of connections we had, and right now that is how, that connection was just like a spark, and it was not accident. It was so good, right? So yeah. Now I have a couple of questions. We have fun rounds as well. So let's start with a question that everyone would have. How we met? Like, what was our journey like?
All right. So the reason why I pinged you was your journal. And I saw it in Saheli's stories, Saheli, the booktuber. And I know you are still not aware that she mentioned you in
Yeah,
her
I'm
story.
not a.
And she praised you like, this is a really lovely journal. And from there, I went to your profile, bought the journal, and I really loved the vibe of the journal. Within 5 minutes only, I texted you that I really loved your journal. And that time also, you were very confused that, okay, Saheli shared it. And I said, yeah, but till that time, I guess the story was gone, or you maybe tried later. So that's how we met. And then I went through your profile and saw that you are into social media marketing. So I just, put across my idea that I'm having Writernaama. And at that time in February, I just was thinking about Writernaama to convert it into a publication house. So I just told you that this is what my vision about, and I'm taking 5 years of time Till then, I will be posting content. And I was literally clueless about anything. And I just said that I need your help, like how to go about it. And post that, trust me, everything was like magic. It was like I was in Wonderland. I was the Alice. I fell in a very nice creative rabbit hole along with you. And, the whole story was like, I mean, you handheld me, and the very next day you came up with whole proposal of how it is going to be about publishing houses, what are they doing, and how should we go about it. And that eureka moment happened. Some people come into your life, many people come into your life for a reason, obviously. And I guess you also came for a major reason, to have that vision in my life, to find my calling. And I don't know, when we were talking on call, I just because I am also a huge fan of Saloni. So, and you were already into the academy at that time. So somehow we conversed, and I guess you told me that you are part of that academy and the course is really nice and all that, and you learned it from there. So I said, okay, yeah. So that's where suddenly I thought, okay, why not, when I'm teaching? You suggested me that when you're teaching everything in free, you're giving writing tips, and you are very active on your code, why don't you start teaching writing? And that idea was like that eureka moment. And I said, okay, yeah, I can do that. And from there onwards, because you were there, I never needed to worry about anything at all. Till the time you were there, like for 3, 4 months, I was like completely, Abhinay will take care of everything. But you taught me a lot of things, how content is strategized, especially how to do research, and most importantly, how to stay sanely productive.
Yeah. But before we started working, like you told, it their plan was to become a publishing house, right? But then I started, I started doing my research before I my proposal to you, and I found a lot of, your content was just bomb. I mean, you taught me so many things, and I was just like, thanking God. You know that I am an aspiring author. I don't know, will I write a non-fiction or a fiction book, but I will write one soon. And it was just that eureka moment. We just clicked like that, and I know for a fact that I will learn from you a lot. And with I have even not started working with you at that time. It was just before the proposal phase, and I was just going through your page, the content that you had previously. And oh my god, every post that you created was save worthy. I have to go save it. I have to take a note and, make proper notes. And as a freelancer, we have this opportunity, right? I mean, to make a business, a successful one, to launch it properly and all. And it was and no, in previous conversations, I have never told Writernaama your, your page. It was always our page, because when I'm
Absolutely.
learning something from, these wonderful courses and all, it is so good to connect it with us. And I was learning a lot from you. So that is how it came. Like, it's our page. We are going to do it. We are going to launch it. And that is how I felt. And I'm just so happy that I was there in the beginning phase with you to, work everything out. I'm just so happy it happened that way. Cool. And I just want to ask, we had a presentation, and I know for a fact that you liked the presentation, and only then you wanted to, work with me. So I just want to, so that the audience also will get a idea what all we did in the 2 months. Because I completely understood your dreams, that you want to launch it as a writing academy and all that. And while you had the dream to do it in the future, you were already teaching, and that was so good. So I thought, let's start doing it now. And anyway, publication house, it will take some time. So that is how we started, and you joined HPA. And in 2 months of time, you had amazing results. You were already in SFF. In 2 months of time, you were already, which was only, not even those people who were there for 1 year could not make it. But that is how productive you were. That is how, you were completely involved in the project. And you kept me productive, to be honest. Whatever you were doing, it wasn't. That is why I'm telling you, you are my inspiration. It's like a bomb. It's like so contagious, right? So I just wanted to know what all we did in the 2 months. You launched a lot of things, everything happened. So just give our audience a brief about it.
So first of all, I would again not say thank you to you, but you were the one. In fact, I am very sure that now you are a part of HPA's team. Many must be having the same opinion to say about you, that you make people believe in themselves, and that's what you do. I mean, that's what you did with me. When I was putting out that content without having any idea where I'm going towards, what is my vision, you made me feel that this is the value which nobody else is giving. And that way you are giving without having any vision, and you are just teaching them without even thinking about anything, just because you want to teach them. And yeah, so that's where it started. And when we got the vision, you started working on the content strategy, the total makeover of Writernaama, with along with the colors, and we together did it. And I remember long chats happening that time, when we were discovering each other's, okay, you also do journaling, you are also into this. And I was not very much aware about the productivity part, so I got a lot of things to learn from you. You taught me Notion and whatnot. Like, I learned my ABCD of entrepreneurship from you only. And you taught me all the other ethics as well, that there is a limit. You have to have that authority, you have to have that you have to have your defined limits, how to have that balance between giving and stopping and pausing. And so yeah, then first thing which we did was in March. So we started on 14th of February. I remember because it
Yeah.
was Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I could
so,
remember.
so we are like those sapiosexuals, so attracted with each other's intellect. So we
Yeah.
started on Valentine's Day, and by 8th of March, you suggested that let's go for a mini training. And since it was Women's Day, we thought to do a free training for people. And that was about how to have ideas without having any plot in mind, how to make a story out of it without having any idea. So took care of designing and posters and everything. And Writernaama till that time was in complete motion in terms of regularity, was in terms of having a proper uh, bio, optimized bio, brand image, all these things you only introduced to me. And then post that, when
That
I
webinar was
came
a
up,
bomb, right? That webinar was so bomb.
that,
People
yeah, yeah,
loved
yeah.
it. The way you taught and all, they gained so much of information.
In fact, one person from that webinar is now is still my mentee, and she has become a best-selling author.
Oh
She
my
has written
God.
her first book, and I will be interviewing her on Teachers' Day. I have a mentee seminar that day. So all the
Awesome.
best-selling mentees of mine will be coming live on IGTV and talking about that incident. So yeah, but that time we together planned it. You told me many ideas that how to go about it, how we will be conducting, how many people will, because I was completely like, newborn child, and you were hand holding me and taking me ahead. So we did it, and it was literally, I mean, I guess 30 people registered, or
Yeah.
25, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It was
we
our
were
first
already
launch, and
flabbergasted.
yeah.
And you were
It,
like, no, 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 please don't take 30 people. How will you manage? And I was like, okay, yeah, that's also true. But yeah, it was successful, and we got very good reviews. And since then, like post that, there were few tiny things. We did a IGTV live as well. And yeah,
that
I launched my
happened.
website. Yeah, yeah.
I
And
mean,
there also,
one,
like, I
sorry
was,
to interrupt you here. One thing, like, yeah, we can teach people, we can, like, tell them this is how everything works, but taking action is still in their hands. And you were a person, like, I wanted to do this. I'm getting so inspired and I am capable of it. You believed in yourself and you started taking action, and you literally saw the result. And Saloni still remembers you because you took action just in 2 months and you were in SFF, the high ticket program, the next level program for entrepreneurs. And it was like many, not only me, I know for a fact that like whoever knows you, they tell, how is Hina doing it? I mean, she's just like rocking it. And the main thing, I would of course come to that question later, because the willpower you have and the discipline you have is so good. I would definitely want to know about it more. And you did that, you took action, and you are a best result. Like the live example, you take action, you learn the good things, take action, you will find results. You will, like skyrocket your business, and that you are a living example with that. And yeah, please continue.
in fact, due to Saloni and due to you only, because I was learning I was looking at you, I was seeing all the things going practical on Writernaama, and the theoretical part I was learning from Saloni there in her course. So I was first of all doubly benefited. And though I got into SFF, there is not even one single meeting I've attended, but I am at the mark right now where my monetization is really working well. I have also started a digital marketing agency side by side where we are getting good projects. So it was like I was not getting time to attend SFF. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so I am already like doing so much. And that all happened because I got good mentors. If you don't get good mentors who are not completely dedicated towards your vision, who are not passionate about your passion the way you are, then I guess the achievements are maybe, I don't know what would have been there.
Cool. I strongly believe that. And my mentor, like yours, is Salome. And there are a lot of online mentors we have. And a mentor's role is very, very important, plays a huge role in our life, gives us an impact. So cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And next question is going to be, yeah, what are we like, right now, you launched a course, I mean, your courses in pipeline, everything like website, uh, a challenge, 30 days writer's block challenge. And that was like, there was a point where I have to tell, okay, Hina, you have to stop now. I mean, you're giving a lot of value. At this price, no, you're not allowed to do it. That is how valuable you are. And I was just a moderator. No, stop here, start there, stop here. It was so good. And I was just mind blown by the prompts you gave for this 30 days writers challenge. And that was again a huge success. So I just want to understand, what is that you're currently working on? What are the projects that you have taken, and how is life going right
So right now I have launched one more course, which is book marketing course, through which I told you that there are three people who, one was already best-selling author, but he used all the tips and tricks from the course and he was highly benefited. There were two others who were also, one is best-selling author. She also got a lot of benefits from that. Plus, I have also started one-on-one book coaching, and I have three mentees under me right now. One is from USA, and she's a world record holder, and she is writing a book and taking my assistance for a month. So that was my first project, and I was completely blown out because the price I quoted, I was like, maybe they will not accept it, but the kind of quality they were expecting was worth that. And I had
yeah.
to do a lot of research on that because she's a 5-year-old girl, and to make her write a book, I have to get into that 5-year-old child's psychology, and so it was a lot of this thing. But I finally got it, and post that I've got two other mentees as well. So super blessed. And apart from that, I'm about to launch my short story writing course. Post that, there is a non-fiction course which is also coming, and post that, there is a film scripting course which is also
Oh,
in the
oh
line.
God, I'm super
So there are like
excited.
there are like 19 courses, and sometimes I feel I don't know when I will be ending with these launching phase. Like I'm launching after one by one. One ends and the other starts. One ends and the other starts. It's like I'm not even taking a pause anywhere, and I'm loving it. It's not like I'm getting burned out. But sometimes if I feel burnt out, I just take a break and I just completely get cut off for a day, and I'm okay after that. So yeah,
Cool.
these are the projects, and obviously my fourth book is half done, so that needs to be completed before the pre-orders start. So that's 2 3 projects in line.
Wow, you're doing a lot of things, and I thank you so much for accepting. Like, you must be like super busy, and you're a mother of a very active, active, lovely kid. And in spite of all that, you're doing all these things. It's just so inspiring. And thank you so much for accepting this invite. I just feel, yeah, okay, I have to use these minutes
It's
very
the other way
productively.
around actually. And in fact, you must always be getting his voices in the background here and there. So I'm really sorry for that.
That
Sounds
is
like
what I
playing.
love. Like, that is why I love getting on a Zoom call with you, so that I can at least hear him speak. He's so lovely. You know how
I'm
much I
very
love him. I just need his love doses.
so I keep sending Abhinaya one pic every week of my son, so she gets energized by the innocent vibe. So that's how we
Innocent
go.
and
And
sweet and lovely vibe. Cool. Yeah. One question about the relationship. Like, now you are also a freelancer, you're also taking one on one calls and all that, right? So, how important is it for a freelancer and a client to have a good relationship, according to you?
it is actually, I would say, it is a stepping stone. Without that, without that good bond and understanding, you cannot give the kind of quality which is expected from the other side, and maybe you cannot give your own perspective to them, because if that mutual wavelength of understanding doesn't come, then maybe the acceptance part or that open mindedness will also not be there, and then both the parties may be having their own rigid views, and that's where the work starts getting affected. And yeah, so I have been severely lucky that I got you, and post that for 1 month when my dad was not well, I had Anusha with me, and both of you were like, I never needed to worry about Instagram in those days. And now when I started, it was a bit overwhelming for me, because now I've got into this habit of posting regularly and scheduling posts, but it took a lot of time for me to get hang of it.
Yeah, I remember my first day. It took at least 2 hours for me to create one post. And yeah, we have to, it's a
I
journey.
cannot believe that, but
Yeah, it's a phase and you learned it so quickly. I'm so happy that way. Cool. The Now coming back to Writernaama, I mean, I know for a fact that it's a writing academy, and we are going to learn a lot of bomb courses are going to be launched. Please tell us to our audience what Writernaama is. Why did you want to start a brand like that, and what's your idea reason behind it?
all right. So when I say that Writernaama is India's first creative writing academy, many may think that there have been academies before in India as well. But why I say India's first is that I know my USP by now. The USP is the kind of quality I give, the kind of extra miles I walk for my mentees is totally visible in the testimonials and feedback there. And this took a lot of time for me to realize this part, that, okay, this is my strength. And that's how I used to call it India's first creative writing academy. But to believe in this particular phrase, that started happening as and when I started rolling down my courses, and I started getting mentees, and I started doing work and started getting the feedback, and that's when this belief got into my mind that, okay, now this is something unique which I'm doing. So Writernaama is a creative writing academy which will be launching in coming times all the kind of courses, mostly creative writing courses, but we are with the demand. I'm getting copywriting and all these demands as well from the from many people. So maybe that also will be a part. But first, I will be focusing on all the kind of creative writing, how to write your first novel, how to write a non-fiction, which is a very unconventional course. And when I'm writing my non-fiction book, I'm taking care of it. I'm making deep notes, deep research, so that that can be used when I'm launching the course finally. So yes, Writernaama will be taking care of not just budding authors, but also those who are established ones who have launched one or two books but have not been so successful. So all the kind of strategies and tricks with author branding deals and everything would be there. And yes, the kind of quality will be talking for itself. I don't need to emphasize here on that. People can come and join and see the kind of content they will be given, or the kind of value they will be accessing to. So that's the thing. What was the next question? I forgot.
The reason behind the brand
Yes.
name.
The reason was only one, that when I started as an aspiring author, I did not have anyone. So my whole journey, though it has a lot of insights to give, but it has been a trial and error part where I fell and then I got up. My first book, I was duped by the publisher, and so the cover and quality and everything was very bad. So I learned from that. I moved ahead. I chose another publisher. There I was duped regarding marketing. Duped not in sense I did not ask because I was not wise enough, that I should have asked for that. So that's how I learned my lessons. That what all it takes to launch a book, what all it takes even after writing the book. So it is not just the publication house's responsibility. It is always author's responsibility to make it a bestseller. No publication house will do the kind of efforts you're going to do. So that's what I learned the hard way. And I do not want any author to learn it the way I did, because then coping up with the loss part was really tough. Every time I had a loss, every time I was duped, it took me a lot of time to come out of that and to have the courage to write again. So that's what I don't want, because writers deserve much more than that.
Exactly. Exactly. And as an aspiring author, I can confidently say that I know where to go, whom to go. Like I have a mentor. I can just go, Hina, I'm going to write a book on this. Now you tell me what all should I do and what should I avoid. So I'm just happy that way.
I'll be
I'm
waiting
just
for that
waiting
day.
to start my journey. And one important question I have is, for in this digital era, how important do you think it is for aspiring authors and for published authors, personal branding? Yeah.
It's like oxygen for them, because
Yeah.
especially in this pandemic times, you don't have anywhere to go. Where will you launch your book? You don't have any physical place to meet people. How will you announce your book that you have published a book? So the only solution is social media, and that's where personal branding comes into the scene. Till the time you don't have your own digital space, your own digital identity, I don't think that you should even go for writing a book, because if you don't have that space, if nobody knows you, why would they buy from you? You need to have that kind of identity in the market. So it's like not just writing maybe the art, but launching the book and the doing the kind of strategy and marketing and to sell it actually takes skills. It is actually a craft which you learn with time.
Cool. And everything is going to be clubbed together at this book marketing course. And if you want to know more about Writernaama, you can visit www.writernaama.com for more details, guys. And you can also visit Insta page at Writernaama. So now comes the last and the fun segment we have, like how Karan Johar tells in his show Coffee with Karan. It's going to be rapid and full of fire. I don't have setup here to change the lights and all, but I have 10 quick questions for you. Cool.
Sure.
You ready?
Yep.
Cool. At what age did you know that you wanted to become a writer?
17.
Wow, cool. Was your first book well planned? I know the answer,
Well
but cool.
planned book, very well planned. This fourth one.
Cool. Your all-time favorite book?
uh, Paulo Coelho's book and Eat, Pray, Love.
That's where we come. I love Paulo Coelho's book. Your
Yeah.
favorite author?
Again, Paulo Coelho, Mitch Albom, Amish Tripathi, Elizabeth Gilbert, and Jhumpa Lahiri, Cheryl Strayed. There are many.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. One book that you regret reading. I had to
I
add a
regret
controversial question
reading.
here. Yeah.
I regret reading. Actually, it was accidentally, somebody, when I was reviewing books, I was once a book reviewer, and I used to earn my, side income from that when I was in college. So somebody contacted me and said that, hey, you need to review this book, and the copy I'm giving to you is in free. So that's a PDF I'm mailing to you. Download it in your Kindle and review it. And without even asking the name, I went ahead and I realized it was a kind of, sexual pornography or something. I had to give a review on that because I had signed the contract. So yeah, that was maybe the worst book.
Oh God, I think you have a lot of fun stories with you. We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
Cool. Your favorite genre?
uh, Mythological fiction and suspense thrillers.
Awesome. So, who, in your opinion, is the most underrated author?
There are many. In fact, all the writers and few of my mentees are also underrated. So by saying or taking someone's name would not be justice. But still, if I think uh, in renowned names, if you say Kavya Sharma,
Mhm.
she writes really well. Recently, I had taken a workshop from her, and she teaches really well. So yeah, I think she is very underrated. Like nobody knows her name, but her books are really good. There is another one who is my mentee as well. She is Deepika Verma. She has One Year, One Life as a book. She also really writes well. And I don't know the best-selling mentee of mine. I don't know whether she is underrated or not because I never asked her about the numbers, how much she has sold. But her book is seriously amazing. It's a mythological fiction on four untold princes, Urmila, Mandvi, and two more. And she tells about their stories and their perspective in Ramayana. So
Cool.
yeah, these are few which I can think about.
Okay, awesome. And for a fact, I have read your poetry collection and your short story collection, and I honestly deeply felt that those are books people should read. I mean, you're reading all kinds of books. This is going to change your life. I mean, you're going to come back to this poetry collection. You're going to come back to specific lines, and it was that good. And I just I'm so lucky that I got to read that book, and I can't wait for the fourth book that you're launching. And I would like
This
to
coming from
have
you, I'm
more.
already blind.
I would definitely like to you write suspense thrillers very well, but I would also love to read a lot of poetry collection from you, because the feeling that you have and the way you portray it in words, it just transforms us. So that's a request from my side.
Thank you so much because I had left writing poetry.
Please start again. I loved your poetry collection.
Thank you so
So
much.
yeah, what does your dream book look like? What is, like, if you have an idea right now, what is that one book you think that you should be known for, famous for?
I should be famous for my fourth book because I have put, I would not even say my heart and soul. In fact, this time my whole family is, they have seen my efforts because now with my passion, I have come to a phase where my body doesn't need alarm clock. And I get up with that passion that I have to work on my book, I have to work on my one-on-one coaching, I have to take Writernaama to a certain level which I have desired or dreamt about. And my family has their heart and soul more than myself. My mother asks me every day how much has been the progress, how you're outlining, and I literally show her that this is going to be included in the course. And our talks also are mostly on dinners we talk about this. So yeah, I am very sure that this is going to do a lot of good because I have included many scientific aspects, many theories, psychological theories when it comes to explaining writing or maybe mindset beliefs and all. So a lot of research into it. Yeah, so I guess fourth book because I don't think about the other book till the time I start with the idea.
Cool, cool. That's awesome. If you weren't a writer, what would you be doing right now?
That's a question. I would be a teacher.
Yeah, I thought I thought so. Cool.
But if you
And
ask my fantasy, then I would be a pilot.
oh wow, that's an interesting dream. Cool. And your favorite teacher? I mean, this I think I know the answer for this, and I'm going to yeah, ask it anyway. Your favorite teacher and the important lesson you learned from that teacher.
All right. So I'll start from my like two, three teachers are there who have their footprints in my life. So the first one was my English teacher. She was in my school, and when I was studying English literature, I guess my English became strong despite being in a Hindi medium because of her. Second is my college teacher, one college professor. So he supported me like anything to pursue my dream in mass communication. And also through that, I got into Times of India and Hindustan Times. Post that, I would say Saloni, because this is where my career skyrocketed and I did something which I never thought I would do. In fact, the word entrepreneurship was like a danger word for me. It was like, stay away from this. You don't know anything about this. And now I'm completely into it. So
Yeah,
that part Saloni gave me. Next comes you. You taught me one thing, consistency. There is nothing called motivation. There is only thing which is consistency, which takes you to heights. And that's the thing which I learned from you. Rupal is another one who is hand holding me and making me do wonders. So again, she is, I guess, the lesson which I learned from her is to break down things and
yeah,
then move ahead. Especially the road mapping part, I learned from her.
yeah. She's a pro at road mapping, and she
Fabulous,
brings the
sweet
best
one.
in people. Yeah, cool. Okay, coming to the last but not least question. we, I know what happened with your family, what happened, recently, your dad's demise and all. But I, when I was thinking about the questions that I have to ask, I did not think, okay, this is something I have to ignore, or not ignore but exclude. Because I feel of course dad's demise is a very uh, tragic thing and everything, but I somehow feel the way you have spoken about him to me, I just feel like he was a man who was loved by everybody around him, and he was so positive, smiling always and cheerful. And I always think about him, and I feel, yeah, he's there giving you blessings. That is how I feel. So that is why I wanted to ask you this question. Now, what is, life after that? How do you feel, you're stronger now, you are, do you think his influences, blessings are, giving you all the power to, do all these things after that? Just, yeah.
Uh, in fact, I would say because of his blessings only, I am moving forward. I am setting milestones. The kind of confidence boost I've got after breaking down like anything. I had been into the phase where I got depressed and my whole body cycle went for a toss after he left this world. Also, because I was suffering from corona, and immediately after that, once I was healed, he went away. And I was in a total shock. And In fact, I started losing hair, and that's because I had to have chopped hair. And, this was completely uncontrollable at the verge of being bald. Despite the medications, my, biological, everything went for a toss regarding periods, whatever. And my mind was so clogged and clouded that I had to take a professional help for psychologist. And I consulted her. And in fact, I consulted someone from HPA also, Vidya. And yeah, so I was taking help from here and there because I just did not want to send the vibes to my son. My dad was very close to my son. He always want him to be happy. And if I'm crying all the time, I'm so lost, what kind of impression he will be having, and what kind of, I mean, my dad's soul must be feeling. So that was the only hook which I started gradually understanding. And once when I was crying for him, my husband just told me one thing, that what will be the biggest tribute to your dad? That would be if you keep on moving while thinking about him and thanking him on every milestone of yours. And that keeps giving me courage. It's not that I have come over this fact. Nobody comes over in any loved one's death. It's a dreary word, dreadful word. But yes, I have learned to live with the pain. So it's like, I go back in that phase, I come out, I go back and I come out. It's a constant trial. So that happens. But yes, I have felt a really metamorphosis kind of situation where when I have accepted this and I become more focused. It's like, you have seen the horses who are which are used in weddings
Mhm.
and barats.
Yeah.
They have this thing and they
Mhm.
cannot see anywhere else. So it has become like that with me. I have cut down on many friends whom my parents used to think that these will be a bad company, but I always used to be like, no, no, I have to be a good person, I will always befriend them. And I used to counsel them. And it's not like nobody is bad, but they never took action when they wanted my advice. So I have cut down on every person who was not productive, and now I'm completely like on my thing. And I guess that's all happened because I just want my dad to feel that I'm nowhere leaving any stone unturned for myself and for my family and for my mother.
That's so sweet. That's so awesome. With every message, WhatsApp message that, I'm getting, that you have launched and you have landed a US client, you're doing that, you're launching another course, you're starting your YouTube channel. All these projects, I just, I have not personally met him, but I have learned and heard a lot about him through you. And I just feel his blessings are working like magic for you. And I'm just so happy that everything is turning out to be good. And yeah, thank you so much for joining with me. And it was such a wonderful and a bomb session, I would say personally. And I think audience are also going to love it. And thank you so much for coming. And guys, if you want to, I will leave the description, in the description, the Instagram link of Writernaama, website link, and everything that you want to know about Hina Joshi Srivastav. And please do, subscribe to her channel, and please follow her handle if you are an aspiring author. You're going to learn a lot of things from her. And thank you, Hina. Thank you so much for joining with me today.
Thank you so much. It's been actually more than an honor to be here, to be, I mean, you have been like at that place for me, and I always adore you. And in fact, right now, when I asked you to work for Zero Filter Media, which is my digital marketing
Agency. Yeah.
company, and there I am in partnership with my friend. And my friend, since she doesn't know you, she was a bit skeptical. But I told her that you go blindfoldedly. If you trust me, you go blindfoldedly with Abhinaya. She's a magician. You don't need to worry about anything. If you have given her work, she will do it more than you will do for yourself, so don't worry. She was like, okay. So
So
you
blessed.
have that image, you have done that kind of qualitative work for me, so it would always be like very, I would say, I'm at loss of words.
I feel so emotional. I just feel like I can give you a big tight virtual hug right now. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so much, Hina,
thank
for
you.
joining. Thank you guys for watching this video and staying with us till the end. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification for getting notified whenever I'm publishing a video. Thank you so much for joining, and hit the like button if you have liked this video. And I will see you in the next video next week. Bye bye.